Jersey. Can you maintain a relationship with someone who checks the box in every category, mentally, financially, spiritually, but sucks in bed? Are you able to deal with that?
Department there, like investment.
Yes, I could. I
Mm,
could. Because you know what? Relationships is not just built on sex, even though, it's a major part, but it's not built on it. So I
correct.
mean, realistically, you can do fun things, to spruce it up. If he lacking, come up with some suggestions because a female know what she wants. So, we able to teach if you're willing to learn. But
Mm,
yeah, so that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, a lot of women say they cheat because sex at home is bad, but nah, that's the deal breaker. Is if he's a communicator, paying bills, provider, protector, that's what you want.
That's what I'm talking
okay.
about.
So, quick question. And before I go on to the next person, do you think your answer today is based on age and experience, or have you always felt that way?
I mean, experience does play a big part. But yeah, I mean, I've always felt that way. Yeah, I mean, it takes two. So, with
Well,
that
you are
being said,
very rare. You are very rare.
Okay.
I am.
So, Brother O's is eager to, step up and give his opinion. So, I'm going to go to one of the men now. Brother O's, how do you feel about that? Is the sex thing a deal breaker for you?
Well, it's not for me, because I'm the man, and most of the time the man had erection problems. So it's normally the other way around. The man be having the problem. So I really do believe when a man ain't performing right, the woman 9 times 10 gonna probably go cheat on him. They don't care nothing
Mm.
about the bills because the person they cheating on, we going all them $40 will start adding up.
Them $40. Nisi. Oh, I see. Yeah, first of all, y'all have to forgive me because this happens to be a family member, so I make the mistake a lot of times by saying her name. But so Bricks, how are you feeling?
I have a couple of questions before I answer that question.
Okay, are your questions directed at anybody in particular or just questions?
No, well, no, it's not directed to anybody in particular. So when you say no sex, you mean none, nothing.
The sex is garbage.
Versions.
You're having sex, but it's not very good.
The sex is garbage.
Wait a minute. I heard one say no sex at all, and I heard somebody else say something different. So which is
The penis won't get hard. You gonna go cheat on the man?
Nah, it ain't necessarily the man though. Hold
I
up.
said
Oh,
there are other
Hold on,
oh.
Bob. I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to everybody. Let's let Bricks finish making her statement.
There are other things that can be done. There's different versions of it. So if one don't work, then try something else. If that don't work, then try something else.
Oh, hold on, Nisi. I mean, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right.
You okay?
Bricks,
You
I'm gonna
okay?
get it right. But listen, when you say, because this is Adam versus Eve, we have to deep dive into these things that you're bringing up. So when you say try other things, what is it that you're
What that
actually
mouth
speaking
do?
of?
If your mouth broke, your hands broke. I mean,
What
what you
that
doing?
mouth do?
If we ain't doing nothing else, like it's some other stuff that you can do. Hate said that way, but you asked.
Like implementing toys and things of that nature.
Toys, oral sex, everything. So if all of that is out, depending on if I'm in a relationship with that person and how I feel for that person. If it's somebody I really care about and they're having issues, then yeah, we're gonna work that thing out. It's no problem. I got true imagination, so we can work that out.
Okay.
And that's the older version of me. The younger version of me, like that ninja can kick one. I ain't staying around. Bye. Not gonna do that.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna
Digger,
cheat. I'm gonna leave.
my main man Digger.
Hey, we're not doing politically correct tonight. We're not doing that tonight.
Talk to him.
We're not doing that tonight.
Talk
We're not
to
doing
him.
no politically correct tonight. I'm older now. When I was younger, it definitely was a hell no. And I'm older and it's still a hell no. Hell no. Hell no. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. But Rex, I like that. I like that. But we not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
So you mean
I'm
to
saying,
tell me,
huh?
can I respond to Digger?
Go ahead.
So you mean to tell me you meet this woman and she is like this great woman, but there are some women that, you know, they have hysterectomies or certain issues where it takes that drive from them and they just don't want it. So you're saying that if she absolutely says no or is just no good, you're gonna throw that whole woman away, the relationship away? Hello.
He probably don't throw her away. He probably don't throw her away, but he
Let me answer.
cheating on her.
Hey, look,
The old sick?
I'm saying, I hear what you said. I did. I hear that. And no, I ain't totally heartless. You know what I'm saying? That's different. So you threw some mitts in there. That's different. Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, if it's discussed,
If what's discussed.
I think he just froze.
Okay, Digger. What Digger was trying to say was, if these things that's going on in the bedroom were
you trying to please them, but they're not trying to please you.
okay, Digger, you had froze there for a moment.
Your answer.
But we got the gist of what you were saying.
It's a hell no.
I agree. I think it's certain. Now this is just my opinion, but I feel like you know what you want, and just for the example, you know, I like oral sex. You know what I'm saying? So if that is not happening in the bedroom, then it's gonna be a problem. Like, you know what I mean? Because if I don't get it from you, I'm gonna feel like going outside the home and get it. Now, under certain circumstances, that can be maybe altered or whatever the case may be. Just dependent. Like Rob said, a conversation has to happen. But even with that conversation, I'm still gonna be feeling the way I feel.
But the question was, would you cheat or you just gonna get rid of the relationship? Period.
I think, you know, I guess the wise thing would be to, you know, get rid of the relationship, or at least maybe attempt to have you know, an open situation. You know what I mean? That's why the conversations have to happen. So, Heather, where do you stand at with this?
Okay. My answer actually has two parts, and I'm going to tell you why. When I was younger, sex was paramount for me. Sex had to be right. If it wasn't, on to the next one. Like I ain't saying that I threw it around like loose change or nothing like that. But what I am saying is that if I was involved with somebody, and it seemed like everything was going well, but then when we actually decided to be intimate and it just went left, like before I was like, you know what, sex can't be bad, because it takes two people to make it bad, not just one. And so I would work extra hard in trying to make it more. And then I did this thing where I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and make it fun by me teaching him what it would take in order to arouse me. And I'm going to be honest with you, after a few years of trying that, it's exhausting.
Oh, wow.
So to answer it now, where I am now, from my experience now, it would absolutely be a deal breaker because I don't have the energy to have to keep teaching somebody how to make it work. If you don't know by now, with me being as old as I am, you for sure better know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, I can't be teaching you everything. You know, it's one thing for me to teach you little things that actually make things work with me. But for me to have to teach you everything, that is an absolute no. My bedroom is not supposed to be a classroom. My bedroom is supposed to be what happens when it happens. The magic room is what happens.
Okay, so I got we got your bedroom is not a classroom.
That's it.
I wanted to say because we got people waiting, and I saved these two for last because I felt like they will bring the most intrigue to this conversation. A man who was once known for having butt naked Sundays. I have to know how do you feel about this particular topic? And I'm speaking to my main man Dookie Mac.
Peace and light, y'all.
Peace.
Peace. Love.
I have a graduation per se in how I view this topic from my youth until today. In my youth, I was in a relationship with a female who checked all the blocks, but the sex was whack. That didn't drive me away from her because it was our relationship. That's how we carry. That's how any relationship is supposed to be. Now, of course, it dissolved, but cheating only happens when someone is being not honest, either with themselves or with the other person.
Great point.
If you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anyone else. So I'm with most of the panel, especially Brother Digger. Hell no. We can't have we cannot have a lasting relationship, and sex is something we can't talk about openly. We're not being honest with each other. Why the fuck are we next to each other? You know?
I know that's right. Right.
And that's where I'm at.
Okay. So brother O's, now you were the only one that actually highlighted that you actually feel like the woman is really, this is more of a question that is geared towards women. So
go ahead.
Where you at? No, where you at with it? Talk to him. Talk to the people.
It's like this. They have levels to, like she said, her bedroom is not a classroom. Well, you all know that one night stand. You already know that even if they're doing it wrong, 9 times out of 10, you make them feel like they're doing it right. So when they come back the second time and they doing it exactly how they felt like it was the next time, if you really like them or if they bringing something to the table, in my instances, in scenarios I've seen and I've counseled on, they gonna go cheat. And their number one excuse gonna be, I like him, but he just can't. It's not pleasing. It's not pleasing. So, that's the norm now. If you can't please me, as I heard females now, they say they got bodies. You know what I'm saying? They call them bodies now. And I got about 3-4 bodies. He ain't worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? Good man might be a good man. These are scenarios now. Might be a good man. But if he ain't good in bed, you just got to go with the flow,
Well, these ladies on the panel are basically saying that, well, two of the ladies, Bricks and Trivietta. Bricks and Trivietta on that page. Heather has a different perspective on it. She don't want to teach no more. But the other two ladies are saying that it's acceptable and maybe they're willing to try different things and teach. But Heather has ran, she don't have nothing left to give in that department. So let's go back to Jersey. And after hearing the fella speak and after hearing Heather's perspective, I mean, you still stand on what you said?
Yeah, I do. And I'm, again, basing this off of experience because I've been in that situation. And I mean, I really, really like this guy, but the sex was horrible. But I liked him enough to,
put up with it.
Hang in there. And I did. But, it was other issues. But other than that, what I'm saying? I really liked him. So he got a pass on that. But I mean, you don't necessarily got to go cheat. If you don't feel fulfilled, you can handle your own business. You know what I mean? And hey, we even. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Okay, so you still standing like it's not a deal breaker for Jersey.
Right. No, it's not.
She just enlightened me because okay, then you right. You don't necessarily. I thought that I was just saying if they can't please me, I'm gonna go cheat. Well, you're right. Maybe they don't got to go cheat. Maybe they can just say, you know what, I handle it myself. Okay, very rare, but I do believe that can happen.
Well, I said I was gonna make a conscious effort for the panel to address some of these comments in the comment section.
Can I say something?
Of course.
Isn't a part of the relationship to explore, to learn, like, is be honest, it's very rare that you're gonna find somebody that has that same chemistry as you. So before you find out, even if you just date that person for a little while, or it's the person that's great, you still have to explore to find out everything, right? You're gonna see more. So if your imagination is up to par,
right,
I'm with my girl. I can get my kicks out of him just watching me. So why would it lead to me having to either get rid of that man or cheat on him? I don't understand that part. So I mean, that's just me.
And this is another part.
Involved, then yes, I'm gonna find every way, even if I have to do me and you just watch. But if there are no feelings involved, then we ain't even gonna waste that time. No, I'm 50 years old.
Well, here's a part of this that we're not bringing up. When you say checking off all the boxes, right, except for that one, when you really like a person, you know what I mean, and you have a chemistry, or this person is really enticing your mind, and a lot of times when it comes to things like that, the body follows. Where if it's somebody that you might not like as much, perform the same way, you'll be like, yo, this is trash. Like, this is garbage. Because, but that mental, and if you got a chemistry, it does make the sex scene better than what it really is.
Right.
So this nigga gotta really be awful to not make it happen. If he check off all the boxes now, this nigga got an 850 credit score. He's enticing your mind. He makes you laugh. You know, y'all date. The dates is dope. Like if he's doing everything, but just is there that mental connection. There's something to be said about that.
If you know, don't talk to the person and, like you said, figure this out. Because if one part don't work, then let's figure something else out. You don't want to just toss that person to the side or go find somebody else. You know, all that stuff that's out here, you starting over and bringing other things. No, that's not. We're going to figure this thing out.
Okay, so let me go back to Heather for a second, who motto is she's not going to turn her bedroom into a classroom. That's a great quote, by the way.
Thank you.
After hearing, like, same question, after hearing the men express themselves and whatever, I mean, do you still not willing to teach again?
Okay, let me elaborate, because I think that's going when I said that my bedroom is not a classroom, I'm thinking, okay, my stance is this: if the sex is bad, it's because this individual absolutely knows nothing about how to excite a woman, period. I mean, absolutely nothing. He don't know how to
hold on, but let me stop. Hold on, let me no, because you're going off the narrative. Now you're saying now you got to understand he checking off everything else.
Yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, for my response is because he doesn't know anything. It's one thing for me to teach him like what I like, but to teach him everything about sex, no, I'm not doing that.
So why not take control? If you take control of this,
that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with teaching him little things that actually.
I mean, teach him. I mean, you take control of the
again. I don't have a problem with teaching him the little things that actually work with me. Like, I can make that fun. But what I'm saying is, as far as teaching him everything about sex, that's just not going to happen. It's like teaching a virgin how to make it work. I don't want that kind of responsibility anymore. I'd rather work with somebody who has some experience.
Done.
CJ, can I expound on something? I know you came with another, but I need to expound on something else though.
Okay, let's go. Let's get it.
Okay. So I think about my situations in life. With me, everybody can't do everything. I get that. I got that. But effort means a lot. Effort means a lot. Just trying. It means a lot. And no man want to hear no all the time. No. Before we even discuss stuff, it's a no, you know. I get it. Everybody not built for everything. They not. And if it's discussed, it's all good. But effort means a lot. And then it depends, like O was saying about a one-night stand. If a one-night stand is garbage, a one-night stand, then it's just what it is. It's gonna be one night. We don't need to give that another try. For what?
Right.
Right.
Okay, so do y'all want to address some of these comments, or does anybody have an add-on to
Yeah,
what
can I say something?
Okay.
Something? So on a female aspect, from a female aspect, all right, the issue is if the sex is bad. Okay, but do we know how many kids are made off of bad sex?
A lot.
So,
A lot.
yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying because the sex had to be good, but somebody somewhere, you know, everybody different. So what might be bad for me might not be bad for the next person.
But Jersey, kids don't determine good sex. Good sex determine good sex.
I said it's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it was good sex, but I'm just saying, you know, you want to throw a situation away where, like was said earlier, that person could be legitimate. Like, you know, he got everything going on, but you know, that's just what we do as young people. You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, you mature, you understand. Did I lose you? I'm just saying, you know, we when we young, we make those type of decisions. But us speaking as older adults, you know, it's a different look. It hit different.
Hey, that's just like some women. Look, we as men, sometimes we have an off night. That might be your last try on your off night.
That's a fact.
I'm just saying.
You might be trying to swing from the ceiling fan and get a cramp, man. You know what I'm saying? Things like that happen when you get older.
Hey, he ain't lying. You know how many Charlie horses you get trying to have sex shit?
So Dookie Mac, let's Dookie Mac. What are some of the deal breakers for a man? What would be a deal breaker for you when it comes to her not checking off that box?
The word has been said already.
Effort.
As I said before.
Whoa. See, this is where you guys like to give these politically correct answers.
Exactly. Y'all got all those females.
Who gave a politically correct answer? I told the truth.
No, I'm talking about Dookie Mac right now. Because I know.
Oh, okay.
I want you to express yourself, brother. What is that deal breaker?
As I stated earlier, if we can't have the conversation, we can't be honest with each other, we don't need to be in a relationship. Now, if I can say to her or she can say to me, there's something lacking when it comes to sex, we should be rational adults and then have an adult conversation. There are numerous avenues to go to before you just throw each other away or cheat. That's the cop-out way.
Well, I'm gonna keep it hot. I'm gonna be honest.
Keep it hot, brother.
Now, Now, remind you, what I'm about to say was before I was married and was with, you know what I'm saying? So we got that out of the way. Man, if you want, you know, man, you know, females have sometimes have a problem getting wet and stuff like that.
Man, see, this is what I'm talking about, brother. Oh, talk to him, brother.
Hey, I already knew if that was the problem. I don't give a damn how I made you feel. I already made up my mind. This shit is over with. It's over with. I'm just telling you. That was before I got up. I don't have no problems now. I got ate by one woman, so you know the shit is love my way.
Facts.
But before I was able to get that, hey, fuck that, man. The deal breaker was, man, we still had them damn problems. I got to put Vaseline on every time we.
See, brother O's, I knew I could depend on you.
But you know what, though, O's? You know what? I don't blame you, though, because I never had that problem. So I couldn't imagine. So I don't blame you. You're right.
I heard that.
Let me ask this question. Now, if he's not to your liking, as you say, as wet as you want, is that really her or is that really you?
I mean, well,
my understanding of it is if you hit the right spot and do the right things, and everyone is different, then you're not gonna have that issue unless she has some issues or whatever. And
you know, niggas are selfish. Niggas are selfish. I mean, so what if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do? You still supposed to be able to do whatever, and if not, I'm still gonna blame it on you.
Word.
Hey,
now we have a. Go ahead, Dookie Mac. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. Go ahead.
What it is, considering you know me, what you know of, all right, this is where this split is. I handle relationships and associates completely different.
That's right.
Good
now,
point.
my relationships have there's levels to this shit. Now, I've only had 5 relationships in my life. I've laid with hundreds of women.
That's a bad man. That's a bad man.
I mean, the best sex I've had in my life, we never knew each other's name. You know what I'm saying? So that's where
money involved. I feel it.
That's a bad man. That's a bad man. That's a bad man.
So I mean, to stay on track, we talking about relationship. So that's why the answer you thought you was going to get, you didn't get because it didn't.
Absolutely, and I see the smirk on your face, so I already know. We're gonna address a couple of comments real quick because we are running out of time. Mr. Taya James says a person can lack in the bed, but mentally stimulate you, and what once was whack can become the best feeling in the world. Which I kind of touched on that a little bit earlier.
CJ, that's a woman thing. That's that saposexual thing where they're attracted to your mind. Don't get me wrong. I love a smart woman. I do. I love a smart woman, but it ain't got nothing to do with that ass in the air.
Hey Rob, I don't want you to think I don't agree with you. I do, but I was being universal with that comment because I've heard women say that before. So that's why I threw it in the air. Of course, us as men, we look at it a little bit different. We expect certain acts, and if the woman isn't performing those acts that you desire, that can become a problem.
We look for that too.
I need 2 hoes. I don't care which 2. I need 2 of them.
So, Dookie Mac, I have a question directed towards you. And the question goes, so Dookie Mac, if the women not giving good head, you won't leave a cheating?
Dookie is muted, and I think he's probably taking a call or something.
Oh, okay. So, sometimes men don't know every sweet spot
Dookie's
on the
back.
woman, but in the relationship, that's fun part of it. Again, exploring and letting them get to know you. The intimacy is in you.
Right.
Heather, how do you feel about that comment?
I agree. I agree to an extent, and I'm only saying this. I'll make it very quick. I'm saying that because, again, y'all had touched on a subject about women being stimulated, and a lot of women. I'm not going to say, a small percentage, but a lot of women are stimulated mentally. That's the reason why they have all these Harlequin romance novels, and women are going crazy and getting off on it. Women are stimulated mentally. If you get her mind, you can get everything else. So to not be
That's
connected
right.
with somebody
That's
physically,
right.
it can happen. It can happen, and it's happened with me, but it doesn't necessarily always happen. I can count maybe 2 or 3 people that I just did not connect with sexually. But on the other hand, you can actually be stimulated mentally. If you know how to talk that talk in that woman's mind, you can walk it. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I truly believe that. That's the reason why I'm like, if you come in my bedroom and I got to teach you, it ain't nothing.
Okay. So Dookie, before you got muted out, we had a question that was directed directly to you. And the question was, so Dookie Mac, if the women not giving good head, you won't leave a cheat. Is that a true statement?
Hell no, it's not a true statement.
The look on his face.
Okay. Hell no, it's not a true statement. You heard what he said. So with that being said, we almost at the max point. So as you guys know, I like to get everybody's final thoughts on the topic that we discussed today. So Jersey, being that you set it off today, what are your final thoughts this episode?
Well, again, I'm not on the fence, but like I said, if he qualified with all the other essentials that is needed in a relationship, if he can communicate, he willing to go to work and handle his business, we can make that fun. You know what I mean? It's a mind thing, and I'm sure I can stimulate his mind some type of way. I'm talking about me,
Right.
So
okay,
we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all
Confidence.
right. We're gonna
Jersey
be all right.
with all the confidence.
Now, if he lack a lot of insecurities within himself because of he feeling like he's not everything I need or want, then that's a different level. But
Okay, brothers, what are your final thoughts on this episode today in this particular topic?
Man, my final thoughts are that I wish it was like Jersey said it better. If it was like that, you know what I'm saying, we might can take it back to men having all their children by one woman and men taking responsibility like they used to. You know what I'm saying? But these women, you got to give the men a break sometimes, man. They ain't performing right in bed, man. And sometimes from a man that work a lot, man, we stressed out at work, man, we might not be right at home. So just work with your man. Work with your man. Bricks, head back up to Brick City real quick. Bricks, how you feeling today? And what are your thoughts?
I'm still standing on the same thing. If it's a relationship and my feelings are involved, we're going to work that out. There's a difference between whack sex and no sex. If it's no sex, that'll be a medical problem or something going on. And we're going to have to talk about that. And we may have to split if it's just you're not willing to. Because then that starts a mental thing. But if it's just a physical thing and you're willing to try other options, then yeah, we're going to work that out. It's no problem for me.
Okay. My main man, Digger. What is your rebuttal?
My rebuttal is this discussion, we got to have a part 2 because it ain't long enough. But with that being said, with me, part 2 coming, my man. Effort. I'm standing by that. Effort is everything. I'm willing to please. My family motto. We aim to. So if you put forth the effort, I'm willing to try to work with you. But definitely put forth some effort. Definitely put forth some effort. And let's see, can we make it happen?
Got to put forth the effort. So, Heather.
Put forth the effort.
Miss, my bedroom isn't a classroom.
Yeah. Okay. For me, I think I need to add something real quick. If the sex is consistently bad, then you get the twos. It has to be consistently bad every single time. But if we're talking about, he's working and he's stressed out, he's this, that, whatever, I can understand that because again, he's not stimulated. His mind ain't there. So I mean, I can get that, and I'm not saying that to go along with everybody else. I'm just saying everybody has their reason. But if consistently this dude just can't seem to get it right, or he can't get it up, but nothing works, then yeah, you get twos. But honestly, there's room for improvement everywhere. Even if the sex is great, there's always greater sex. So yeah.
Even though the sex is great, there's always greater sex. I would commend you. You have the quotes of today. I will give you that honor. Certainly, last but not least, always I like to close out with Dookie Mack because he always has a great sound bite to end the show with. So, Dookie Mack, what are your final thoughts on everything you've heard today?
Hey man, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Try a different flavor. As best I can tell you.
Words from Dookie Mack. Try.
I love that dude. Dude.
Another thing that I've been lacking is getting the sound man involved. My main man, Big Bougie, who takes care of us on here the show to make sure that our sounds are projected right, and he does a wonderful job. So, Big Bougie.
Bougie.
Yes, sir.
Well, how are you feeling about today's topic, sir?
Can I be really, really honest and
be honest?
Bring it.
I'm a big dude. And I don't have any I haven't had women tell me I have bad sex, but I have been with women who've had bad sex. I've been with women who've told me, like you said, I'm gonna be real. Some of y'all ladies are lying. You women will go out and cheat. You will go out and find that man because I was that man. I was that side nigga. I know.
Lay it down.
And this one woman even said something that was crazy. She said she told a man to get up because if she gonna cheat, this ain't it. If she gonna sin, she ain't gonna do this. Now you just tell me, and I have a question. What do y'all women really think bad sex is? Because y'all women really didn't define that. I'm being real now.
Well, that's why we're going to have a part 2 to this show because, like Rob said, there were different avenues that we could have went down. But unfortunately, we went out. We have run out of time. How many minutes we got left, Bougie? I know we started a little bit late.
We're right at 3 minutes. We're at about 3.5 minutes right now left on the show. Okay,
Bougie. With 3 minutes left, we're going to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, all our cast members. Is anybody in the group promoting a business today?
My wife, she says that good hair. She said that good hair. She don't. You can't go in the store and get it. So my wife, and she cook. So y'all, anybody anything y'all know about catering? One thing about it, she know how to feed. I mean, she cooks. So anybody looking for any type of catering, holler at Brother O's.
Holler at Brother O's. And with that being said, you can find us on.
Go ahead, CJ.
No, you can finish your statement.
I was going to say tomorrow.
We had a little bit more time.
I've got Cobblestones dropping on Spotify tomorrow. which is instrumental album. You know, it's meaning behind cobblestones, but so just stream it out, and always remember we got the local station for the artist, which is ENC 96. And CJ, you got some dope beats. I just want to put that out there.
Facts.
Ooh.
I agree.
Facts.
Thank you, sir.
Facts.
Rob, what is our quote? Because I see we on the job training right now, but I want to start saying that quote. What is the quote that you said? Real topics.
The quote is Adam and Eve, where opinions meets reality.